George Orwell, he was worried. He was thinking to himself, he'd just written this book, 1984, and it was a depressing book. And now he was spiraling to badness all the time. And he was waking up in the middle of the night and he was screaming and his stomach was so upset every day. Look, he could only eat porridge, really. He needed help. So George Orwell went to see his doctor. Yeah, this doctor here. And his doctor said to him, "Stop worrying. It's only a book. You made it up in your head. It's not true." And George Orwell said to his doctor, he said, "But life has a way of imitating art." And he had this horrible feeling he was onto something with this book. Something bad, but inevitable. And the doctor said to him, "Listen, you're turning into Franz Kafka. Stop it. Go to the seaside for a week. Blackpool. It's a lovely spot. There's fresh air, pretty girls, as many candied apples as a man can eat. You'll be fine." And so George Orwell, he went to Blackpool. But all he could do was stare into the ocean. Yeah, this ocean here, staring. And he imagined all these scenes in his head. He was in a bad way. He was thinking to himself, was humanity really only heading to endless war? Was the individual doomed to be crushed by Big Brother totalitarianism? Was that the future? And why were these fools around him? Why were they oblivious? They were laughing and eating fish and chips and they were eating sugared buns. Why? Why, when the future of the world was so dismal and gloomy? Explosion. And so he was trudging along this road, yeah, this one here, back to his boarding house. And he saw this sign. Yeah, that's the sign he saw. And he thought, yes, that's it. The future. I need to know the future. And so he entered this little shack here, and inside was this woman with a turban on her head. Well, maybe it was a towel. It's hard to tell. And she said, "I'm Madame Zenda. For the future, £20. The past you can have for 10. And George Orwell, he said, "That's expensive." And so she said, "Yeah, well, the future's an expensive place." So he paid the £20 and he explained how he was worried about the future of the world and Big Brother and totalitarian regimes. And Madame Zenda, she looked into her crystal ball, this one here, and said words like hocus pocus and abracadabra and goobly goobly. Strange words like that. And then she said, "In the future, I see Big Brother." And George Orwell, he was shocked and he was really dismayed. And Madame Zenda, she said, "Yeah, he's employed in this awful television reality show. And everyone in the world seems to be watching. Though the ratings, apparently, they're slipping." And George Orwell, he thanked Madame Zenda. And he went back to London. And he burned the original and the only manuscript of his book, 1984. He burnt it until only cinders were left, like this. And George Orwell, finally, he was happy. Happy in the knowledge that he'd saved the world from a terrible fate.